Japan's tank history is not a single story. Before 1945, armor served expansion and forward warfare. After defeat, that logic collapsed overnight. Law, geography, and survival forced a complete rethink. Tanks were no longer tools of conquest, but instruments of rapid response on limited ground. Mobility replaced mass. Precision replaced numbers. This is the divided evolution of Japanese armored warfare. Interwar ERA, 1919 to 1938. Discovering armor, defining doctrine. This era was about experimentation, not dominance. Japan was learning what tanks could do and what role they should play. Mobility and infantry support defined early design choices. Type 87 Chi-i, Japan's first domestically designed tank and a technological milestone. Its heavy weight and complex layout limited real-world usefulness. The project proved capability, not battlefield readiness. Type 89 I-go, the world's first mass-produced diesel-powered tank, designed primarily for infantry support in colonial warfare. Its concept assumed tanks would face soldiers, not enemy armor. Type 92 cavalry tank built to support fast-moving cavalry formations. Speed and scouting were prioritized over protection. Vulnerability was accepted as a doctrinal trade-off. Type 94 Tankette, a tiny utilitarian vehicle for reconnaissance and logistics. Lightweight design allowed operation in difficult terrain. Crew protection was minimal by necessity. Type 95 Heigo, the backbone of Japan's pre-war armored forces. Highly mobile and mechanically reliable across undeveloped regions. Thin armor became a fatal weakness in later combat. Type 97 Chiha, Japan's primary medium tank entering World War II. Optimized for infantry support with a low-velocity gun. Struggled when forced into tank versus tank engagements. Type 97 Teke, refined reconnaissance tank with rear-mounted engine. Improved crew space and operating comfort. Still lightly armored and vulnerable. Type 91 Heavy Tank, an experimental multi-turreted heavy tank concept, focused on intimidation and wide-fire coverage. Obsolete before testing was completed. Type 95 Heavy Tank, a revised version of the multi-turret heavy concept. Slight improvements could not fix doctrinal flaws. Production ended as mobility became the priority. Type 97 Chini, lower-cost alternative medium tank design, simplified to ease production demands, rejected due to inferior combat performance. Type 98 Chaiho, a suspension and mobility test platform, used to evaluate new mechanical solutions, influenced later tank development indirectly. World War II, 1939 to 1945, adapting to a war of armor. World War II forced Japanese tanks into roles they were not designed for. Enemy armor grew stronger, while resources grew scarcer. Adaptation followed, but time ran out. Type 97 Shinhodo Chiha, upgraded with a high-velocity 47mm gun, developed to counter increasingly armored Allied tanks. Firepower improved, armor philosophy did not. Type 1 Chihi introduced better armor layout and engine performance, marked Japan's shift toward modern tank design. Limited production reduced battlefield impact. Type 3 Chinu, Japan's first tank capable of fighting Shermans effectively. Built primarily for homeland defense, never deployed overseas. Type 4 Chaito, a significant leap in Japanese tank design. Improved armor shaping and stronger armament. Arrived too late to influence the war. Type 5 Chiri, Japan's most advanced wartime tank project. Featured an experimental semi-automatic loader. Remained unfinished at war's end. Type 98 Kani, designed to replace outdated light tanks. Lower profile and improved mobility. Firepower remained limited. Type 2 Kato, an improved light tank with stronger engine and gun. Maintained speed and agility. Protection stayed minimal. Type 3 Keri, a light tank prototype with increased gun caliber. Attempted to boost firepower without increasing size. Cramped turret limited effectiveness. Type 4 K-Nu, a hybrid combining a light tank chassis with a medium turret. Created as a rapid firepower upgrade. A stopgap rather than a long-term solution. Type 5 Kiho, the final Japanese light tank design. Balanced mobility, armor, and firepower. Never entered production. Type 98, TASI, an early self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicle. Provided mobile air defense on a tank chassis. Limited effectiveness against modern aircraft. OI Super Heavy Tank. A legendary 150-ton fortress concept. Designed for last-ditch homeland defense. Never progressed beyond prototype stage. Type 2 Kami. Japan's first operational amphibious tank. Used detachable pontoons for island assaults. Highly specialized in role. Type 3. Kachi, a larger amphibious tank for open sea landings. Built for long-range naval operations. Complexity-limited production. Type 5. Tuku. The ultimate Japanese amphibious tank concept. Heavily armed and armored. Never deployed before surrender. Early Cold War, 1946 to 1970. Starting over under new rules. Post-war Japan rebuilt its armor under strict defensive doctrine. Every design focused on homeland defense. Mobility and restraint replaced offensive ambition. STA-1, Japan's first post-war tank prototype. Heavily influenced by American design philosophy. Focused on low profile and maneuverability. Type 61, Japan's first post-war service tank. Designed for domestic infrastructure and defense. Firepower emphasized over heavy armor. Late Cold War, 1971 to 1991. Turning terrain into an advantage. Japanese tanks embraced concealment and precision. Suspension and fire control became decisive. Terrain was treated as a weapon. STB-1, a high-tech prototype with high-drop pneumatic suspension, could tilt and lower itself for firing positions. Defined modern Japanese tank doctrine. Type 74, the backbone of Japanese armor for decades. Optimized for ambush warfare in mountainous terrain. Precision mattered more than armor thickness. Modern ERA, 1992 to present. Defensive power through technology. Modern Japanese tanks prioritize information and mobility. They are built to defend the nation, not project force. Technology replaces mass. Type 90, a world-class 1990s main battle tank. Advanced fire control and high lethality. Designed to stop armored incursions. Type 10, TK-X, a technology demonstrator for next-generation armor. Introduced modular armor and digital networking. Laid the foundation for modern systems. Japanese tanks evolved under constant constraint. They were never built for domination, but for survival and defense. And that restraint defines their unique armored legacy.